Hello there.
Wow,
Hey,
so excited to be here today.
welcome.
Thank you, thank you. Welcome, everyone, and welcome to Lift Up Chat. I'm your host, Maggie.
I'm your host, George. You can find us on at Lookup Chat.
So, Lift Up Chat, and we dive into fun conversations about everyday topics, from A to Z. They're fun, informational, and we share our own experiences and opinions. And the fun part, or most exciting part, is you guys come along with us. Make sure you comment below and let us know what else you want us to talk about. Or chime in, let us know.
On this
Okay.
channel, we try to keep it real. Sharing helpful ideas, some inspiration, and a friendly nudge, and hopefully you will find something new in your own life.
That's right. That's true. And we're going to learn from you guys as well.
Exactly.
All right. So today's topic is time
Management.
management. That's a huge one. That's a huge one. I'm sure whoever is out there is wondering where we're going with this. That's like time management. Time. Just the way, as simple as that. I mean, time is, it keeps moving.
It's continuous.
It's continuous, irreversible. You cannot get that time back. 1 minute, a second you wasted, you won't get it back. Keeps moving forward, irreversible. Basically, nothing in the past. You can't,
Bring it
it's gone, it's
forward.
gone. You can't bring it forward. And that's really, it sounds funny, but it's actually scary.
Hmm.
In a way that, time lost in all kind of things or wasted over, whatever you consider wasting. If you wasted time in uh, doing something that's not fulfilling to you, whatever that is, or if you wasted time if you feel like it's wasted time uh, in a situation, you can't get it back. So that's why it's so important, I guess, when we're making some decisions and stuff. And that's why we're here today to talk about time and time management in all aspects of life.
Exactly.
And, keep it light, have fun, but also we want to learn from it.
Right.
Who is struggling out there with time, being on time to places? Who is?
Right.
And what is being on time? What's being on time to you?
I don't know yet, but a little fun fact about time.
Okay.
Isaac Newton's law of relativity basically states that your feet are younger than your
Einstein?
head. Albert Einstein.
Oh, Albert Einstein. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he said because the closer you are to the center of gravity, the slower time moves. So your feet are a little bit younger than your toe in a it's minute, but not much. But it said your feet a little younger than your face. Now,
Fun fact.
I don't know if I can believe that or not, but the man
Your
said it.
feet are a little bit younger than your head,
So,
according to Albert
Einstein.
Einstein.
Yes.
Well, I guess that's up. Is that up for debate? I don't know.
You can't tell. I mean,
You're one piece of
how
a
do you
human.
measure? How do you measure? How do you measure that?
Measure that? Or you know what? Are your feet have more wrinkles? If they're hairy,
less wrinkles.
or they on the other way around, less wrinkles than your face.
Because your feet are younger.
Well, after some Botox, maybe.
Yeah. All right. So moving on.
Wow.
To our today's topic about time management.
Okay. Well, the concept of time. What's the concept of time like between cultures, right? There are tons and tons of different cultures, I guess, and how they I guess manage time or perceive being on time or late, or what they consider being late. So what's in your culture, what is considered being on time or in time or being late? What is late? I mean,
Yes.
the
To me,
it's mhm,
if you have a scheduled place to be at a certain time
mhm.
and you do not arrive at that time, you're late.
All right, fair.
But sometimes there are different late. There's casual late and there's just late.
Fair.
Now, tell me about your time and how do you perceive as time?
I mean, I'll kind of agree. I'll agree with you. I mean, if you're supposed to be at some place where I see time, but again, it's different culture and how you know where did you which culture did you spend the most time in, and that might have a huge influence on how you perceive time
Right.
management, right? So I guess if you're supposed to be somewhere at 7, you get somewhere at 7, or you could be a few minutes early.
Okay,
That's decent.
that's time management. That's great time.
That's
That's
great
great
time
time
management.
management.
So being right at 7, is that good or bad or wrong? How about 7:03? Let's discuss that because people want to know
Well,
if they're supposed to be somewhere at 7 a.m.
it
or at an appointment at work, 7 a.m. and they arrive right at 7. Do
that's
you and another person arrives at 6:55? Do you kind of look at both of these situations differently, and which one do you give more weight or respect?
neither. They're both on time.
Okay.
They're both on time. Now, if the second person arrives at 7:15 and it's
Hmm.
supposed to be at 7 o'clock,
Okay.
and the other person arrived earlier,
Yeah.
then the first person's on time. The guy arriving at 7:15 is late.
Absolutely. 15 minutes late is it's quite
Right.
if it's a meeting, I
Yes.
mean that could.
But depending on the situation, though,
Mhm.
if it's a party, you finna be late.
Right.
That's not really considered being late.
You have a point. You have a point. Uh, some people, some people get to a party if it's at seven
But
o'clock, they get there half an hour early. So it
that's
depends.
that's early.
that's
But
that's
what about the people who get there an hour late and think they're on time?
and when they arrive, they're like, "Hi guys, I mean, how you doing? What's up?" Like nothing. There's nothing wrong with it. Matter of fact, they feel like they're a little early. They should have arrived 2 hours
Later.
later.
And that's a
Because it's
cultural
just a
thing,
party. Because they think it's just a party. It's just, you know, a
right?
backyard barbecue or baby shower or birthday party, and they don't have to be on time. They're in time for everything else. Sometimes life is too structured. I don't know who created time. Uh, so sometimes people want to feel like they can breathe a little. They don't have to be like, robots. Like this new bot called, I think, Cloud.
No, but I'm looking at it
Yeah.
as you have the time to be there. So
Okay.
time management, you should manage your time better so you will be on time. Even if it's a party,
Okay.
you should be close to on time, not coming in an hour late, 2 hours later, or and also that is a
But
cultural
this,
thing too, though.
okay.
It's-
So getting back to the culture. So in general, American culture. Tell me about it.
We're more on time. We stress. We strive to be on time. It's kind of ingrained in us to
Hmm.
to try to be on time.
Right.
You feel well, they can wait for me to get there 2 hours later for the party.
That's yeah. 2 hours. 2 hours later is a little much for any culture. Like
Or an
I
hour
don't care.
late, an hour
No.
late, you're having a barbecue,
Yeah.
you're cooking, and then you expect your guests to be there at 7 o'clock, and they show up at 8 o'clock. It's like, I don't know, is that disrespectful?
Huh. Wow.
In American culture, that's kind of disrespectful. But other cultures, it's not. It's seen
Hmm.
as, I got here, didn't I?
Then I get here, we're happy to see you. Again, that goes back to the culture, different
Culture
cultures.
thing.
And so I guess it's great to know your guests, right? So in this way, I've had parties where I invite my friends that I know are gonna, different culture, they're gonna arrive earlier, half an hour early or 20 minutes early. So I invite them,
Tell them a different time.
tell them a different time. Then, so in terms of planning, it makes it a little challenging. But again, it's part of knowing, your friends or
Right.
your group. But it can be difficult. It can be difficult.
Because
And one time I did it the other way around. The ones I was supposed to invite to come, if the party was maybe around 5, so this group that comes, I know that for sure they're going to show up on time. I will invite them, let them know. I'll tell them a time around 5:30 or 6. Then these guys that I know are really, in terms of late, they come,
always
they
late.
arrive late. They always consider late, for party. They come 2 hours later. So instead of 5 o'clock, I tend to tell them 3 o'clock. Then they'll actually show up around. They won't show up at 5. They'll show up at 5:30. You guys, you have some friends that do that, don't you? They do that. I'm like, actually invited you at 3 and you're here at 5:30 or 6 actually, which is 3 hours late. And
Exactly.
most of the time they come in and they're like, "Hi, what's up? Nice to see you." And I'm like, you know what? Happy to see you. Glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. With everybody's busy schedules.
Do you remember the party? The guest of honor showed up 2 hours late for his own party.
Yeah, we have those friends. No names mentioned for sure. We have a few.
Well, that's late. Or the one person that showed up to the party. It
About
was
five.
it was 11 o'clock at night. The party started at 5, and he showed up at 11 o'clock saying the party's still going on.
Yeah.
6 hours late. Like, really? To me, it has been a struggle sometimes just to try to understand
Different.
the differences in cultures and how did they look at lateness and time management. It's like, well, we don't really go by a clock. It's by how we feel. I'm thinking about watching. It's time to go. Time to go. We're gonna be late.
And we've had these conversations. Like, we come on here, guys. Behind the scenes, we do have these conversations.
Conversations about, baby, let's go. We're gonna be late.
Yeah, it's a party, and what happens, because I tell him, I'm like, we're gonna get there. It's gonna be just us. And we've done it maybe every once in a while.
Yeah.
And it's just us. And then now you're there, just seated. Where you're going, actually, the host is still cooking. You get there on time. They say, come here at 5 o'clock, and the host themselves
still starting to cook.
Still cooking. Yeah, starting to cook. And they're like, oh, welcome, guys. What's up? In matter of fact, you're welcome to the kitchen.
That took some getting used to from me.
Yes.
Coming from a culture where, being on time is required. So I'm like, wait, let's go. Oh, you're not even ready yet. You're not even set up for your guests. They'll be here shortly.
Yeah.
An hour later, they show up. I'm like, okay.
Okay. Yeah, he's adjusting. I mean, the Ugandan culture, sometimes, sorry for you all guys, but a lot of other cultures do it.
A lot of cultures do it. It's not just...
If other cultures do it, please let me know there in the chat. Are you guys early? Are you later? But I think to our experience, you've had such an adjustment.
Yeah. I mean, I should know, because even with me, with the Black culture, I mean, we're not as late, but we tend to not come on time because we don't want to be the first one there.
Oh, and then everybody doesn't want to be the first one.
Everybody comes in late, The Blacks, Armenians, the same way. They show up late, but no, it's a culture thing.
It's a culture thing.
Yeah.
And it takes getting used to, because on the flip side, if, you're telling me the party's at 5 and it's like, we need to go. We need, it's 3 o'clock or 3 something. We need to get going so we can get there a few minutes early. Why?
find parking,
find parking. I mean,
have a conversation before the music starts, so you actually can,
yeah,
you know, stuff like that.
you have a point. And you know what? There are a lot of what are the benefits of being on time? I mean, it sounds like an easy question or an obvious question, but what are the benefits?
To me,
Some benefits in
to
general.
me, it's less stressful
Okay.
because I'm not rushing to get there. I know I'm on time, so I'm more relaxed getting there. If I know I'm a half hour late, I need to get there now. So I'm rushing out the door, driving faster just to get there.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know?
So the whole experience prior to, if you know you're running late,
Right. So
you rather
to me
that's a benefit.
To me, it's stressful.
All right. So that's a benefit for you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely a benefit. I agree with that. But I've read in some, some sources that say that people that tend to get to places, I'm not saying work like meetings and things like that, but if it's like a casual party or something, people who get to places a little on time or later are less stressed.
No, I'm not understanding why.
Right.
But can you explain why? Would it be less stress when they're running late?
I guess I don't know, but my thing would be maybe when they get there, everything's just started already, so they just get into the groove of things. Hey guys, what's up? Whereas you get there, what what happens to people who get this on time? Like you get there at the party starts at 7, you get there at 6:40, you find the parking and everything else, you go in. Okay, great scenario. The host is ready. Now you're sitting there by yourself. Where is everyone? And then you're starting to stress out. I can't believe it. They say the place is already sold out. Where is everybody? Now I'm here by myself. Look at the times. And you're checking the time every minute. Heart rate is going up.
Okay.
Wrinkles, huh? Because you're tensing up. Somebody who's coming a few minutes later, when you already showed up, dealing with all your stress and anxiety and pissed why people are not there, they're just showing up and like,
all right. Okay.
All right. Hi, George.
Hi, I'm fashionably late.
Yeah, well, they're not going to say I'm fashionably late. They're just going to show up and,
As if they're on time.
Do you see this? This is what
as if they're on time. Like, I'm on time. Okay.
Okay. All right. I mean, well. Now, did any of like growing up, did that influence you in how? Is there an experience that stands out that maybe might have?
No, I don't remember us being
military, maybe. Or
no, in the military, a different story.
Tell me about that. Yeah.
In the military, there is no being late. If you're supposed to be at formation at 7 a.m., you're there at 7 a.m. Or there are repercussions if you're not there on time formation. When the commander comes in, calls roll, and you're not there, there will be extra duty.
Okay.
Because you're not on time. No, there's no being late in the military. I'm sorry.
Did that ever happen to you, like when you first got in? The first week? No, you and it.
No, because going through basic training that taught you that you cannot be late. Because otherwise, there's punishment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, and you don't want to. Yeah, you don't wanna.
Yeah. So being a veteran, that's the thing that's part of it for me also is it's been ingrained in me on time. Otherwise something may happen. so yeah. So that's part of it when I'm stressing about being late, because that veteran kicks in saying you got to be on time for something.
Okay. Some benefits of joining the military, guys. Thanks for your service.
Thank you.
Yeah. And how did you transition to, if you're going to a civilian life and not, find people just living casually, they're in time, but they're not as
rigid.
Yeah. How did you do? Guys.
It took some adjustment. Because I'm like, even with my kids, it's like,
yeah.
It's like, you got to be on time. Get up, let's go.
Dad.
You're not drill sergeant. You're not drill sergeant.
I can see that.
So yeah. It took an adjustment. It wasn't sure. It took a long adjustment to just get used to not being on time for stuff because in the beginning that was stressful of not being
Mhm.
on time.
Mm.
I'm like, oh God, this is wrong, it's wrong. So now I kind of take it in stride a little bit. It's still bothersome, but
Yeah.
I kind of take it in stride because I know it's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, with who? Me?
The challenge of life.
Oh, the challenge of life. I thought you would say me. I'm like, no, not
I'm not.
me.
I call no names.
No names. What does that mean?
As to say,
Mm.
she shall not be named.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. I see. You see where this is going?
No,
Okay.
that's okay. It's all good.
Okay. Okay. But, how about getting ready? Ladies, do you feel pressured by your man when you're going out? Do you feel, how do you handle that? How do you handle that? Because one of the ways I've tried to kind of handle that, if I know that we're going out or we're going together, I'll try to think about my outfits maybe a day before or a day earlier, and then try to get ready way before him. But the thing is, life, there are things that are happening prior to that, because I might have it all planned out, guys, to be ready. Matter of fact, I tell myself I'm going to try to be ready and actually sit and actually enjoy a drink as I wait for him to get ready. I don't know if that has happened yet.
No.
Oh, it was just I was just thinking, other than asking you for I wasn't asking for your response. You're just trying
I
to be
thought you want to answer for me.
no. But I'm sure you couldn't wait to answer that.
It was a question.
I was just phrasing as it. I was just trying to think, think about, whether it's happened or not. But the plan is, but one of these days, definitely, I want to be here, sitting here, waiting, seated, waiting for you. At least to be ready ahead of time. But life happens,
That
kids
would be
and things.
ecstatic.
Wow. Oh, okay. All right. He's just exaggerating, guys. Like, it's he can't even keep a straight face. But yeah, so that's what I try to do. I try to schedule at least things ahead of time. I try to do the best I can, because otherwise it can be a tiny bit stressful. I think on both ends, because he gets stressed that I'm not ready, and then I'm get stressed that he's rushing me, and I'm like, we're going to a party. Like, I need this extra minute. I need to get this. But ladies, to our defense, how many things do we have to hair, makeup, jewelry, outfits? How many minutes does it take you to get ready?
I would never timed it, but a lot less than you guys.
All right.
So my suggestion is,
Mm.
since you know another thing you have to do is you start early.
Like I said, then life happens.
Okay. All right.
But at least to our defense, I did say
You
you have
try.
like a million things to deal with.
You try.
You
You
have to
try.
pick the shoes and whether it matches, whether it looks good. And then you come out and, it's like, ooh, you look great. Yeah, it took me 2 hours. We took you 5 minutes to get ready. So just give us a little grace there.
I give you a break.
You do. You
I
do.
give you a break.
Great. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're easy. He's awesome. Patient. But on the other hand, work in progress.
It's definitely
Yeah.
a work in progress.
Yeah. I have some girlfriends that, yeah. I won't mention your names, ladies, but you're one of them. You can just put your name in the chat because you know who you are. You come in, show up at the party. 2 hours later, and you're like, "Hey, Maggie, what's up?" like, like nothing happened. And then George is like, "Really? We got the food out ready for people an hour ago, 2 hours ago, and people are just showing up." I'm like, yeah, but again, we go back to, we've had this conversation about difference in cultures,
Oh yeah.
and I think it's getting better.
It's definitely getting better. I'm
Yeah.
getting more used to it,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother me as much anymore because I come to expect it now.
Mm. But on the other hand, too, if your partner, hope for you to be a different way and try to work on things, I think it's fun, and also it's respectful, and it's love, right?
Right.
Yeah. So that's how it's doing. So what are some ways that you can do if you're really working on your time management or trying to be on time for things? What are some things people can do to help themselves? If they really want to change, they don't want to stay in the trying to always be behind, just chasing, trying to catch up with things.
Just to me, just set a schedule, okay?
Hmm.
If I know I have to be somewhere at 5 o'clock and I know it takes me 2 hours to get ready, then start at 2 o'clock getting ready. So you be at the door, be at the place by 5 o'clock.
Okay. And also for things like you don't want to miss out on opportunities. For example, if we get serious on these jobs, right? A job interview, you're supposed to be there at 8 a.m. and you're gonna set your GPS to get you there right at 8. You're really chancing it, right?
Traffic
Tr-
and
right.
anything else may happen. So that job you might not get that job because you're late.
Absolutely. Right. You just killed the opportunity literally before you even.
Right. So I look
So
at it as
yeah,
if you can be on time for a job interview or a job, then you should be able to be on time for other things also.
correct. So basically, even making it to the interview is part of your interview.
Yeah.
Making on time, it's part of your interview, right? And if you're gonna run late, it's very, it's just a great thing, and to let people know communication. That I think
Right. I mean, there are circumstances where you might be late for something,
right.
but in general though, you should be on time.
Okay. And again, communication, I think that's important to me. If you're going to be late, well, because life happens, absolutely. But let people know,
Right.
right? Let people know. And I think that's another thing too in different cultures. Sometimes people, because they're so used to
Mm.
showing up on late to places, they won't even bother calling. I went to one event. I honestly I wouldn't, I don't look forward to going to that event again because it was really, really ridiculously delayed and late. Everything was so behind. And speakers came. I'm just going to give an example. The event maybe was, okay, if it was scheduled for 10 a.m., people showed up. Even the main speaker, even the person that organized, no, the person that organized the event showed up, I think 2 hours late, right, for their own event. And then this was it was not just a party. It was, an organizing event, and they actually invited people to speak, right? And, you know, it was just so just hearing about that event, like, oh, do you want to come? I kind of don't, because we just sat there. Then everything, of course, affected the next thing. Then things were cancelled, and then uh, the food was cold and disorganized, and it was kind of chaotic. Almost not worth people's time. And I think also that goes to like what you said in terms of respect. If you've organized something, be respectful of people's time.
Right.
People take time off work. People, they pay for the event. They have to drive to the event. The expenses they put in, the things they give up. They could have
Right.
slept, but they choose to come to your event. Um, I think it's something we need to work on. But again, on the other hand, I enjoy having time away from everything,
Right.
because 365 days a year, just trying to be living the robotic life is also too much, I think.
Right.
So anytime we get with our family, we try to, like, especially the summer or weekends when we can, everything is off the clock.
Right. That's
You know,
yeah. That's no
kids
time
go out,
management. Yeah, that's no time management then.
right, go chill,
You just-
eat brunches, eat breakfast, and
Exactly. So
um, yeah. So I think that balance is also important, especially for kids. Like 6, 10, yeah, they're going to become adults and they're going to start living this life without a choice. So I feel like just having that balance to the kids, big kids, and even adults, we need
mm,
that break.
yeah,
Just get off the clock. Don't
yeah,
care
no,
what time they say it is,
exactly.
right? Like, and it doesn't, even if you're having just a staycation, You don't have to drive to go for vacation, fly. No, you could be at home a couple of days or weekend.
No alarm clocks.
No alarm clock. Oh, don't talk about that alarm clock.
That is so glorious, not having an alarm clock go off in the morning.
Have you had an alarm clock going off and the person that set it up are still out cold sleeping, and the alarm clock is waking the rest of the house up?
Mm-hmm.
That happens.
It happens.
It happens. That's or you keep
Hit
every 5
snooze,
minutes, hit snooze.
snooze. Like, either get up
Yeah.
or turn the alarm clock off.
And one of the things we want to talk about is that when you're a kid, do you feel, has your time management or changed like at all, or you're still the same?
Still the same. I mean, mine changed once I joined the military. So
Okay.
mine's a little different from the military. But as a
Mhm.
kid, it was more like you were on time for stuff. You were on time for things your parents told you to be on time for.
Mhm.
Otherwise, that would be an issue. But otherwise, because it's like when we played outside as a kid, and your parents tell you, "Okay, be home before it gets dark." So you knew it was getting dark. So you manage your times. Okay, I'm this far away from home, so I know I need to get back on this side of the neighborhood
Yeah.
before it got dark, or there were consequences.
Yep. So you made that happen.
Yeah. So that is time management.
Wait,
Also,
that's true though.
that's time management.
Oh.
Yes, that's time management. Because you don't want to hear your mother calling your name and it's dark outside. You know you're in trouble.
And then also, I remember you'd send us to the store, go buy this, get some little household items, and they tell you need to get back within this time.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have a watch or anything,
But you
but you knew that, okay, once I leave here, I'm gonna meet some of my friends along the way. We chat for a little bit, which means after I buy the item, I need to really sprint home. Otherwise, somehow we just did it. So
Exactly. So as a kid, you kind of knew internally that you had an internal clock.
Oh yeah, that's that's true.
Because that fear.
Yeah. Oh God. But some of the things what I kind of mentioned, I think earlier we're talking about um some of the consequences, right? Going back to how time management, not managing your time, especially if it involves others, which most of the time it does, in things, it could really be consequential, right? And costly as well. Like you talked about the jobs.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to get to a job late, regardless, because they know that if they invite you to an in-person job interview, thank God for Zoom these days. But if you're invited for an in-person job interview, you need to account for all things that could happen: an accident, life, right? So that's not going to be an excuse. And so you could lose a job, potential for a job offer, which is income, right? But on the other hand, as well, if you're a coach or if you're a player, a referee, right?
Yeah.
You get to a game way late. You booked, for example, coach and players. As a coach, you get there late. The players can't start or ref or any part of that.
Right.
You booked a place for an hour, and we've seen most of these places we go to. The fields are booked per hour, So one game after the other. Now you get there half an hour later. The rest of the team has to suffer. They're only practicing for 30 minutes or default, probably.
Or your game was forfeited.
Actually, they do forfeit.
You forfeit your game.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that has happened as well.
Yeah.
Right. So that's consequential, and it's just not fair to everybody else. So on a serious note, it's something I think we need to work on. We need to work on, guys. All generations.
If you do it.
If you do it.
No.
Oh, not like George. He doesn't. When it's that relaxation time we talked about, I literally have to remind him, we're on vacation. It's okay. Babe, what time? No, we actually don't have to worry about time today. We're
Yeah,
good.
that's
We're
true.
good. So
That's
so I
true.
think you need me in that aspect too,
Yeah.
to remind you.
It's to get me out of that military time management mode.
Thanks, military, but you know.
Exactly. So yeah, that is true.
Yeah. So it's been great. I mean, tell us guys what your challenges are and some of the things you do to kind of help you if you want to improve on your time management. I mean, one of the things, at least I do or have done, is when I like to get, of course, giving back, volunteering, but I also take that opportunity to let the people that I'm working with, guys, this is something I'm here to volunteer and give back, but this is one of the things that I would like to also benefit from here. I like to make sure I get better at my time, getting
Right.
places on time, especially things that are not work. And I know it's like kind of casual giving back or volunteering. Yes, you want to
Right.
show up on time, but sometimes you have that flexibility
Right.
to show up at a different time if you have
Right.
other commitments. But also getting us something that really has high pressure, like being a ref. I'll just reference being a
Yeah.
ref. If you're a ref, if you're not, the game is not starting. So if you think about it, it's going to be really stressful.
Mhm.
So you're going to be forced to try and get somewhere on time. And with time, it starts to train you.
Right.
Because if you're not there, the game is not starting. So kids are there. They need to start playing. The
Right.
parents, they have other commitments right
Mhm.
after. So
Right.
putting yourself in spaces that are going to challenge you.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the ways that it's helpful. I mean, it's been helpful to me.
I know what I do.
You feel good
yeah.
about it.
I set alarms.
You set
I
alarms.
set
Okay.
alarms.
You set one alarm or
Depends on what I have to do. I
right?
mean, so I know if I have to be somewhere in an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I set alarm for 60 minutes, so I know I need to leave at that time to be on time or
Okay.
earlier.
Okay.
So alarms do help. Because it's like a reminder. If you don't have an alarm set, you lose concept of time. I have time. I have time. You walk around, you do that. Or I don't have time. So yeah. So by having an alarm go off, it reminds you that you have something to do.
Another thing, as you're talking, I thought about is um setting your watch like it's always half an hour early, right? For example, right now I don't have my watch, but let me see. All right, if it's about, I'm just gonna say if it's 7 o'clock, you set your watch half an hour, like 6:45, or
Mm.
sorry, 6:30 or 6:45. So by default, when you set your alarm, you're always gonna be on time.
See, that doesn't work for me.
But then, yes, everyone's
Because I know I said it a half hour
right.
early. I know I said it early.
Have you tried it?
Yes, I've tried it before. But I know I said it early, so I was like, oh, so that doesn't work for me.
You know what? I used to do that, but I haven't tried that. I need to employ that
Yeah, make sure you
again.
try
It
that.
works. It worked. It worked for me for a
Really?
while. But then at some point, like you said, you're like,
You realize you
know what? I'm not stressing. I know for sure I'm half
half an hour, so I just end up being late because you had a half hour built in.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And guys, if you have an event, like you need people to do things on time, just having that half an hour, 1 hour cushion without letting them know works. I think
Yeah.
we've tried it at one of our main events and it helped us.
Yes.
It helped us. You don't share because once you tell them, they're going to know
I know.
you have that cushion of time. But
Right, because
that's also
sometimes,
another one.
it's only you have to set that time when they come in, thinking they have an hour, they're an hour early when they're not.
Yeah. I think that's it. What else? I mean, if you have any other ideas, let us know in the comments. I mean, is there anything else? I think we talked about setting your alarms. Oh, one last one for me is having your alarm across the room. Oh, it's annoying as heck, but
Make you get up, so
oh yes, but it does work. It does work, but it's not an easy one.
no, because I get back in bed.
Oh, after you get up on that little cold air,
I get back in bed.
and then you're gonna be mad too.
Yeah, I'm still mad. I'm still mad when I get back in bed.
All right. don't say we didn't share our tips to,
And tell us any tips that you may have
right.
as far as your time management skills, being on time, and what do you do? Does it bother you being late for things, or is it just natural that you feel like it's okay to be late? Let us know in the comments.
Yep. Well, until next time.
This is our show for today.
Yeah. God bless you.
And
Be well.
Till next time.
Till next time.